Hello, everyone. That was the fastest 3 minutes in history. It just went from 57 to 201, like blink, blink, blink. Hi, here I am. I'm on the meadows. I'm standing on the meadows in Piti, Arnaaluk. And yeah, we're working it out. Earlier today, I'm going to do this earlier on Twitch today, and let's go here and let's come here. Look at the new moon. Oh, that just looks gorgeous. The new moon over the meadows. I'm standing near the new, this is going to be the rabbit hutch. And this rabbit hutch is for Bode. When Bode moves here to work in this rabbit hutch, we will actually move some people around again. Right now, we have a new builder. And the new builder, Cade, is going to be living in the tavern along with Leandro, Ezra, and someone else. Romina, the cook, is staying in this house underneath me right here, and in this house that you're seeing a little glimmer of right there is Deleza. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet how her name is, but we will eventually. It's nighttime, and we were making some materials needed for Brittany and Leandro, who are working on projects. I could throw down a sleeping bag. You might not realize, but I am not a mermaid. Right now, if I look, I believe that I have hearts. Let's see. Yes, I do. I definitely have hearts, which means that I am a player. In the same way as Little Mermaid had legs, I have hearts, which means I'm a player. And so I have to be careful, because that means that I can, in fact, fall down and get hurt and things like that. We can come up here to Lilith's druid station right here, and I think I have a sleeping bag to throw down for myself in my backpack. I do. So I'm just going to throw this down for a moment and go to sleep, and then we'll have daytime to do some things. I'm spending a lot of time as a player now, especially in Piti, because, let me pick this up, because of Arnaaluk, because we have the city, the underwater glacial, under the glacial seas, we have that city, and that city allows us to be able to have the materials that we need. So Piti is not as dependent on Tana, the mermaid nation. They're dependent on the mermaid nation for their treaties, but not for too much else. However, I want Cade to work on something, so I am going to change. I'm going to change right now. Let me come here. Back into a mermaid, so that I can have my magic available to me, so I can swim through the air here. Cade is not working on any project yet, and we do have something he can work on. So we'll check this out. So remember, we moved Riley into this house that's sitting underneath that dark oak right there, and Kay and Leandro is excellent. Leandro is working on the first of the dormitories. And we're going to use the Jungle Alternative House as a dorm because it seems to be all right. It seems to have, is going to have a kind of dorm thing that we can do. And it's in the trees. And this is the important part for us. It's in the trees. And so you can see this tree here where the jungle is on the inside of it, and we will get some of these branches and stuff to be reconnected as soon as he's done work. However, he can't get done work because what does he need? Let's come over here, and right over there is Leandro, close to the tavern, and he's right here. What does he need actually? Let's see what it is.
What can I do for you?
Ah, you need the gate. I thought we did gate. I thought we made some gate, but we've been having a little bit of trouble with gate being made. This is probably the second time this is happening, but we'll see. I was sure that I made some. Yeah, to close the doors since Delazia, there's her name. Deleza or Deliza. Would you say Daily? Yeah, Deliza. Okay. Deliza, I don't know. I wish you could talk and tell me what your name sounds like. Let me see here. I know you can talk, but she's not going to tell me her name. So she wouldn't be that forceful. Let's come here and let's sort. And let's come to here and let's look at our jungle stuff for a second. And sure enough, there's no gate. Let's take the plank for a second because we sorted. So we need to gather some plank here. Let's get some sticks for a moment. Sticks and stones, sticks right here, and they're over here. And here they are. Let's take these and let's make some gates. And I think he only needs, let me see what this says. He needs 2. It says he needs 2. Let me see how many he actually needs. Bode is looking for paper. Romina is asking for salmon. I'm going to take salmon off the list. I thought I did, but we'll take salmon off the list. If she's asking for it, that means there's no more salmon left. So all we're using is the cod right now. Let's make the gate first. And that's this and this, which is this and this. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make 4 just to be on the safe side. Takes up the same amount of space. And here comes Deliza, and she just took the gates, 2 of the gates away to give to him. There's something else. Okay, we'll cancel Brittany. So Brittany's now ready for the sandstone. We're going to have to go back to Arnaaluk for the sandstone. There's no place we can get it from here. It's not something we can make without a crusher, or I think a crusher can actually make sandstone, yes. So we're going to just check for a minute. I want to check Romina for a second at the restaurant right here and see why she's asking for salmon. Salmon is not on the list. So she shouldn't be asking for it. Let's come here. This is all that's on the list right now. This is all we can afford to have right now until we have rabbit. And when we have rabbit, then she will be able to cook rabbit. But right now, rabbit. See, she'll be able to make rabbit stew, I think, actually needs, wait, don't put that on. Cooked rabbit she'll be able to make. Why is she asking for
'Tis a fine day.
salmon? Let me look. She doesn't have any here. Look here. And there's no salmon. There's plenty of cooked cod. Let me look, and so that means she knows how to cook cod. Let me check here for a second. Let's look at the fuel. No. Recipes. See, they don't have recipes anymore because you can't teach them to make anything. So she's just asking for it. She's just asking for it. She knows how to make it, and she wants to make it. I know you do, but there isn't any. Cancel, cancel. And she might have been asking for it, giving her the benefit of the doubt, which is actually true. That's not the benefit of the doubt. That's actually what she's doing, is that she did have salmon at one point. She was serving it. It was on the menu, and she was continuing to ask for it because it wasn't taken off the menu before she asked for it. And so that's what's going on there. Let's come over here. We really don't have to use our powers. We can walk through this lovely land over to the balloon. And so the balloon is down these stairs right here. We don't need the light anymore. And we'll come here. Yeah, I have a sleeping bag there. But it stays pretty light. This is, oh, we have a new person, Peyton. Let's look at Peyton. What do we still need? We still need a miner. We still need a miner, which is strength and stamina, I think, but I'm going to look right now. Minecolonies skill set. And let's see what it says for the miner. It is strength and stamina. I remembered it right. Strength 12, stamina 14, mana, focus 13. Peyton could actually be the miner. Do we have any place for a miner to live? We don't. We actually don't have any space for a miner. If she's still available by the time that he gets done with that house, so that either Ezra or Bode, it's probably going to be Ezra. Bode's going to say that Ezra should live there. So when Ezra moves in, we can't leave yet. Cade isn't doing anything. So let me look at something for a second. This is Cade right here, taking over Tiago's spot. We still have this area here that we can put a house. I'm saving this. I want to try and get some more things in this area. So there is a place where we can put a house right here and put it up high enough. Let me see how thick this is. No, this is low. See, because I want to be able to add another house, another dark oak house, like right here somewhere, and definitely like right in here. But I also would like to have this be here, and I don't want to remove the tops of that tree. And that means that we're going to have to come down. Let's look at a jungle house right here. Should we do a house, or should this be one of the new houses. Let me see if we should go ahead and put in residence here. Let's look at the residence level 5 and let's see what it's going to look like in this area. If we put it here, and this is the concern, see this right here? Oh, it's leaving it. Excellent. Oh, excellent. It is. It's leaving that part. So now let me see if there's an overlap. See where the tree is? I need to turn this around so that it is maybe facing this way or this way. Let's have it face this way. Nope, bonk. I just bonked myself to the ground. Let's bring this over to here and let's see if it's within the border. It is within the border. It's within the tree. Let's bring it back to the farthest place we can put it in the tree. Let's put it there. And now let me look at the walk. So here's the walk right here. So see there, we would be going to that. This is 52. And this right here is 51. Wow. Let's raise it up to here. This is 52. Let's see what it looks like now through the leaves. And it's going to take away the top of the tree a teeny bit, but not that much. There would still be tree on top. So let's keep this one at the same location. So we have this and this here, and see this one here with this bottom part right here. So these have to be put up first, and then we'll put the others in. So while I still have that to look at, let us go here. Let's go to here, and let's assign a builder. Okay, and then let's have Cade. Build options, the builder is going to be Cade. Build the building. Now, let me get very quickly, it's nighttime, so we have a little bit of time, but I've got to make a, there it is. Let's come to here. Let's put these on. I've got to make some way for him to reach this. So see where this is right here. So from right here, let's put in a road that goes back to there. So let me start. Let's do infrastructure, roads. Let's do diagonal. I'm going to do a diagonal, long diagonal, and this should not have any, good, it does not. And then we're going to put it, this is going to be difficult to see, but I'm going to try and see if I can put it here. Here's the actual road right here, and we're going to put this, we're going to join this to here, except it's going the wrong way. So now let's put this, is it going to go the right way? Hold on, it's not going to go the right way. Let me see. No, that's correct. Look, 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 look. Yay! Okay, so it is going to go here. So I just have to move this over. See this part right here? This is actually, let's bring this down. This is not the house. The house is here. And the road, hi, and the road is here. Let's have this come over, I know I have to get through the trees. Just come over and see where it's coming to. I want it to go around this tree, not through it. It's hard to do in the dark, I do admit. There. So, it would be better to do a jog piece. This piece is too big to do what I want, so let's switch back and let's find the large jog. Here's one, and let's bring it up to here first and over, and let's see if we can jog around this piece with a large jog piece. What if we turn it this way? It's not going anywhere. The jog piece can come here, so we can see it sitting right here like this. Is it going the wrong way? Yeah, it is. We need it to go this way. And I don't think there's any way to do that. Let me see. Let's bring it back. Shoot. Yeah, nah. Let's just go ahead and use a straight road. Straight road. Straight. We could use maybe a short diagonal. Let's try a short diagonal for a second. Here's the diagonal piece. Oops, I just turned it. And let's see if we can get it to go. It's going the wrong way. We need it to go this way. And if it goes this way, what if we fit it, let me see if I can do this, fit it like right here. Let me see what happens with this. Let's come here. Okay, there's the road right there. And if we move it here and move it down, it goes around. Yeah, see, it's going around this way, which is kind of okay, except it cuts into the tree. All right, so it's a straight. Let's go back and let's do the long straight. There's a straight right there. Is this the longest straight, or is this just a straight? There's a long jog, there's an intersection, shorts, shorts and small, stairs, intersection, straight, and that's it. So this is our straight right here. Let's come to here. I need it to come to as close to here. So see where this is right here? So we need it to be matching up to this part first. So let's match it to here first. And pull this out. And put it right here. So there's the first part of it, and let us build it. So it's constructed and X. So we've got this part is here. Let's remove, I need an X for absolute. let's remove these parts right here. Let's take this and bring it back. Let's bring this over. We actually don't need that. And it's right here like this. Okay, so now let me see if I can get through these leaves right here and get back over to this part. So let's continue. So let's do infrastructure, jungle, infrastructure, roads, long straight. Straight. And let's see it move. There it is. And let's move it to here and up so that we can see it. I know I've got all sorts of crisscrossing stuff, and that's the thing that I have to be careful about. So this one's not here. This one is here. This one's not here yet. This one is here. And there it is right there. See that? So I'm going to take this and put it here. And how far is that from that? That's not bad. And that protects the tree the best of everything. So let's come here, constructed, and look how much it takes away. See, that's the thing that you have to look at. All right. So this part is here. And let's add these aspects right here to it. We're going to have to take this off, and the tree part here, let's take this, let's add to here so that this curves out is what I want that to curve out instead of curving in right here. So let's take that away and put in boink this piece. Let's do, oh, sorry. Let's do this right here. So don't forget that what I'm doing is dangerous. That it's very easy to accidentally hit the hut block. If you do, all your work is gone. So you have to be really careful that you don't do stuff like that. And so this is going to be the first house. He's coming right to here, and he's going to start working on taking down the parts that can't be used. And he's got shears. There's plenty of shears in the warehouse. If we're going to have light in this section, it is going to be this. Now see this walkway here? When this is done, if we want, we could make it go direct, but I think having a little separation, making this the road, I think is nice. And then we have him working on this right here. Those are not there. This is what it looks like. Let me get the goggles off so you can see. But that's actually what it looks like. So he's not going to go out beyond the walkway. And let's hope the walkway is close enough for him to reach everything. It was for him to reach. So I'm hoping it's the same for them as well. Is it my imagination? Is this done? Nope, not done yet. Almost. Almost. Okay, I was looking at those torches. It's like, that looks done. Torches. Doors. What does he need? Let's find out. Let's go over to Leandro for a minute. I'm going to take these away. When the time comes, we'll put them back. And let's come over here. So I'm going to treat torches like they burn out. the ones that I take away from where I am removing them to put lanterns in right now. And we'll see. Leandro, what is your problem?
Yes? What is it?
You need an oak sign, but no, I did not make the oak sign. And really, Lilith? Right on the edge, huh? All right. That does that. No. I'm going to have to put this here. Yeah, I'll get you one. Put this here. Don't have to worry about this. And this is Leandro's part right here. Okay. Let's go to the warehouse. Ah, I'm falling. I have to be careful because it could make the computer go haywire. I've fallen through a full mine once and it totally screwed the, I had to reboot and start all over and all that kind of jazz. Okay, these are mine. We'll put these back. Let's go in here. Let's get their stuff to play with. Oak sign. So we need stick. Let's come here before I sort and see if the stuff I put here is still here. Yay! Oak. An oak sign. So let's see if we can find some oak easily. Right there. There's oak right here. I don't need anywhere near that amount. Let's just take this little bit right here and make it into this. And a sign is this and this, and that gives us 3, and we don't need any more than that right at the moment. All right, so Cade is now working. One thing we didn't do is we didn't give him his scroll. So let's come here. It says Cade on it. Yay! Excellent. It says Cade. And this is Brittany needing and Bode. And they're the only ones. Let's look at what Cade might need. Let's put this here. He's not asking for any tools, which is wonderful. And lots of jungle, which we should have. Another red bed, which we can make. Lots of jungle plank. Jungle log. Are we short? Interesting. Let's look and see how much log we have. Alright. Deleza. Jungle. We have loads. We have fence, but we need more. But let me come here for a minute. See how much log we have. This acacia, this is jungle here. This is jungle here. And let me see what it says. Barrel, furnace, fence, gate, log, stairs, oak signs. So we'll have to make more oak signs. Bed and some dirt. Let's look at the signs for a minute while we still have the sign stuff here. And make some more signs. Just because we have this right here. Let's take this and this. And that makes 3. Let's make 6. And that gives us that back. And we'll put that there for when it's needed. Let's put some jungle here for a second. I don't think they're extra stairs is the thing. Oops, sorry. Let's try that again. Let's use that. And I think we can do this. Yes, we can do this with this. And let's just go ahead and make that amount and put in. We have 24 of 30. Cade, how many do you need? Stair, 30. And he has 4. So 26 and 24. Okay, so we just need to do one more set of stairs, and that's going to be more than enough. And we'll put those there. So now he's got enough, and we've got that going. Let's go back to Arnaaluk now. And the reason I'm hesitating is because we are probably going to end up spending a little time there, just to get the taxis going. So let me come here. Let's come over. I see another person. There is a house almost. Asuna. I can have Asuna, but we're not going to. Asuna is skin in the game. Asuna is actually a patron whose avatar is in everyone's game as a visitor, because they, as a perk for being a supporter of Minecolonies team on Patreon, you can get to have your avatar in everybody's game, and Asuna is one of those. Asuna is saying, I am Asuna. I have come here from Einkrad to defend your freedom. I would be willing to join your colony for a diamond sword. That's very nice, Asuna. Thank you for the offer. However, we would prefer you to come and visit rather than to fight for us. And that's why I don't make them into people. I like when they come and visit. It's fun. It is. It's fun to see them visit over and over. And I prefer that. So here's the balloon. And am I taking anything back? Did I find anything that I needed? We don't have a miner yet. These stakes belong to research, both of these, and this is my backpack here. Let's go ahead and put these here. We won't be able to see them. Oh wait, should I make a list? Kenya, the list. Let me make a list right quick of some things, and then they can be gotten. Oak sign and torch. It says Leandro has those. Cactus fence. Extra 110 to 250 dirt. We might have to bring some dirt back. Let's bring back a line of dirt. Dirt. 2 stacks. And let's just bring back 1 stack for right now. 1 stack of dirt. Sandstone. We still need the 20. Actually, we only need 20 now. Sandstone. So let's do 20 sandstone. We should go ahead and do the 64 for that. And cactus fence. Did I forget? I think I did. Okay. I can't find how they build it, so I'm just building it. It's not included in the cutter, so we're just leaving it for now. So that's Britt and what she needs. Let's look at the guys. We looked at Leandro, and that leaves Cade. He needs a furnace. I think we have those things. It's the bed, and we know we have to make the bed. He needs dirt too, and that's why we're going to put some in. He only needs 23. Do I want dirt in that area? 23 dirt is a lot of dirt. That is not a dirt area. Let me do this one more time. So, should I sleep here? Yes. Let's sleep for a minute in Penelope's. Wait, I was right there. Let's come here and sleep here. I'm going to cancel and restart once again to change the fill block. That dirt is a fill block, and I want to change it for a moment to peat, maybe? Where are they putting that dirt? Let me look here and see this one. Wait, I'm too far away. I can kind of tell now. I love going over in that area, but it's way too far away. Okay, there it is. See the 4 right there? He only needs 4. Let's leave it because we'll end up taking it out anyway. It's fine. Would it be better if it was moss? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's come here for a second. We're still talking about Cade. Red. Yeah, he doesn't need it. Torches. We're gonna have to get some coal and make some. You need 16 more. We were supposed to be getting torches made, a stack of torches made in Arnaaluk, and I think we'll do that. And there it is. The residence is finished. So we're going to do this right now. So Ezra is going to be here, and he's putting up a sign, I think. So we're going to stand here, manage housing. We're going to move Ezra to here. Bode is still at the tavern for right now, and Cade is fine where he is. And Romina, I'd like to bring her over. If Ezra is not here, who can I bring back? I can bring Romina back to the town hall. She was closer at the town hall. And that leaves room for a miner if we find one. So let's come over. We're just sort of shifting some people around while housing gets made. So let's manage housing. Romina, yeah, see, she's better off here. And then current work, Deliza is fine, and Brittany is okay. She doesn't want to live closer. Riley is fine. Ezra is now fine, and Bode has the longest still. Poor Bode has the longest still. And Asuna is going, when are the shops open? When the shops open? And you mean I got here before the shops opened up? Oh, man. That's what she's saying. Oh, man. How'd I do that? No, I want the shops to be open. Yeah, so do we. All right, so now that we know what we need from there, let's put these back and let's go over. We're going over to here, and we're going to take the balloon back. So how long have we been here? We've been here almost an hour. Do I want to pick this up? Yes. We've been here almost an hour, and we'll go back for an hour at Arnaaluk, and then we'll come back here for an hour. I think I'd like to do it that way this time. I've had other streams where it divided easily into an hour and a half, but I think Pity needs the time since it's growing, and Arnaaluk is, is still doing stuff. But so we're on the balloon. We're sitting on the balloon, and or we're standing on the balloon, waiting for the balloon driver to come up. The gate is closed on the balloon. I'm the only passenger this time, and here we go. So let's come to here. I don't know why it goes to that view, that huge view. It's so tiny. And let's go to Arnaaluk. And here we are. The balloon has landed. The balloon has landed. And we're going to get down here. The door is open, and if I had luggage, it would be being taken out from here. Oh, someone's luggage is there, or from here, and then walk through here. If there were other people waiting to get on, they would be sitting in here, in this area here. Remember, we did fix, we fixed the barracks restaurant in Steampunk to be able to put it in this spot right here. And I'm really pleased about that. That's going to be fun. Are we going to do it right now? No. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at the taxi, and we're going to get some of the materials from the taxi. Boop. There we go. To be able to use on the... So there are two taxis, one at the hotel and one at the town hall, and both taxis change places. So one taxi, I love these seats. I've got this part. I think that's it, just adding the seats. Yes. Okay. Oh, and this grill. We want to take the grill as well. So we'll take these things right now, and both of these will be for the other submarine. So what we will begin to be able to do is take a seat right here in the submarine, right back here, and let's look at the location, and let's look at transport, and let's do a new waypoint. So let's close this, and waypoints. Edit group, new waypoint. So this is the new waypoint here, and this is hotel stop, sub taxi. So save this, and there is our new one. Let's go back in and edit, and we're going to edit these differently. Edit the waypoint. So the sub-taxis are in lime, so I think we're going to change this to this. Let's see. Yeah, that changed it. Let's save that. And so then the one Arnaaluk, Pity's, we're going to have to change Pity's color. And I think we'll make it, Arnaaluk's is obviously blue for the glacial oceans, but Pity's color we were making green. Nope. Ooh, pretty. Look, it can be all sorts of things. Let's just use the diamond. And let's use this color. This is a retreat. Purple's nice. It's kind of in that same vein. Or we could do, yeah, let's do purple for them. Submit and save. So this is Pity right here, and the new hotel stop sub taxi, and then we'll have the stop at the town hall. And so right now we're just going to take the road. And so this morning we found a wonderful name for this road. This road is Monument Road. This is the Monument Rail streetcars. So we have a streetcar on Monument Road corridor. So it's, I don't want to call it a road. It's actually Monument streetcar. And then we have the main streetcar. And then we have the farm streetcar. And those are the three streetcar corridors that we have. Everyone else is using the submarines. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. So we got most of it in place. We just don't have the seats yet. So let's come here. And we didn't have the right thing to put here. So we're going to put this in now, right here. This is, whoops, that's the crossover into here. This is a part of the wing right there. And then the way we have it, we have a seat here, and then the driver and a seat next to the driver is the best way to do it. And usually he's just taking 2 people at a time, and that is what it looks like. And then what we were working on all morning was this corridor. So we don't need these anymore. We can let these go back into my stuff. This is what we did this morning. We actually used a scan tool to make an area so that this sub can drop down here and go forward a little bit and turn around. And here's the part right here that we might need to widen this little area to make it possible for them to turn easily. Or if they drop here, all they have to do is just turn in this part right here and go around. And then this is the submarine bay that has been here for a long time, since we've had submarines. And then they just travel over here, and there it is right there. And then they stand here, they have special coordinates, and then they just rise up into the bay for the hotel. And that makes them able to go from one to the other. So this is the submarine bay right here, and the little taxi corridor right here, coming around here. And this also allows for instance, if there was a scrub in the area, the scrub would be able to wait off to the side here, because scrubs can also use these little places right here and rise up. Now we couldn't get the water to go away easily from here, and so that'll just have to be an air bubble right there. We probably could get the water to go away, to go where it's supposed to go right here. Let's get water, no, bucket. If you get a bucket, then you get both. So that in case something goes wrong, we have that as well. Let's do this front fin and see if we can get this water piece right here. Yep, too high. So let's take that down. That's too high. I'm just trying to get this part right here. See that right there? What if I try from right here? There we go. Yay. All right, that one's done. And the fin, I've got a little piece right here. I think that put it up too high. It did. So take that off. Oh, but that fixed it. Yay! I can't fix this. These are traps right here. And I don't think... See, I can't seem to add any water. I'd have to stand on something. Let me stand here for a second. Let's scrunch. And let's see if we can do it like this. That's what we needed. Now I'll have to go in and make sure I didn't put water in the taxi. So we'll go up. Oop, oop, oop. And make sure that the taxi doesn't have water in it. And it's all good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And there's the screen that they look out of. I know, and then I moved away from it, but we can see it better from this side. Well, actually you can't. But this is the reason why we changed it, because this is easier to see through than the leaded glass of Chroma Hills. Vanilla glass. All of Chroma Hills glass, vanilla glass, is leaded, and including all the colors, except for light gray and white, I think it is. Why am I guessing? I can just go here. Yeah, except for white stained and light gray. And tinted. They're all actually leaded. And so just like Macaw's glass here, and then down here all the chipped glass, but we were lucky to get a clear chipped glass, which is just beautiful, and that's what we're using for all the subs. And I have a piece on me. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be talking, so when we talk about stuff, I was going to fix this. So let's fix this for a moment. When we put in the taxi, it needed this extra space that the panels were in, and these panels, sorry about that, my throat is wanting to be very rough. Those panels are keeping the water out, of course. Since we are underwater, a lot of the ceilings have to be reinforced in order to keep the water out of the building. So this building had these panels in already, and we just ended up taking them out when we put in the taxi. So we're putting them back in. Yeah, I know, it's a very strange sound for me, and it's getting worse. I wonder what it is. Let's try putting on the humidifier. Maybe it's actually that dry. It's raining where we are. It's supposed to be raining, so you think it would be humid, but it apparently isn't humid in the house. And so we're going to yay! All right, so now that we've done this and that and the other, of course we should have actually gone to a post box and ordered first. Yeah, listen to that. That is wild. My throat is doing something really weird. Let me get something to drink. I am drinking some banana water, which has become my favorite. I was saying this morning on Twitch, I should just get a sponsor because I'm raving about it. But let's come here. We're going through the university dorms in Arnaaluk to get to the farm district. And Danny is right here. He is one of the builders. He's using the farm district builder's shop. There's 4 builder's shops in the farm district. He's using one of them. Case is using this one here. And he's working on the courier shop. And I think he's stuck. No, he's actually not. Excellent. Look at this. So now it's just yellow and prismarine that are waiting. Yay! So let's go back here. It's actually getting done, which is really cool because we did have a problem with the concrete mixers for a while. And then it seemed that Cadence just didn't like having that small shop. And so when we moved her into a bigger shop, she was much happier, and she has been doing an amazing job of keeping up with the concrete requests. This is a cavern style concrete mixer, and you can see she's got yellow here. So she's making yellow for him. Let's request a pickup. I am going to request the pickup this time. And we'll just leave it for now. The concrete, the mason probably needs some of that to make some things. Let me look here and see if the cutter, teach recipe. Nope, there's nothing there. And that, let's bring down their pieces for a minute. We'll bring down their scrolls. Hallie will bring these down and put these up. So we'll put up the pity scrolls, and we'll bring down the scrolls for here. Yes, we have this many builders. I was looking at people going, I only have one builder, and it's like, good for you. I loved it. I just loved it. Good for you. All right, let's see what Callie is needing. So here's the problem with this many builders. All of them can be asking for the same thing at the same time, and then they have to take turns getting it. And so that's one thing that you have to be aware of. For instance, we're still trying to get Hallie stairs. She is not on the list yet for the 1,332 white concrete that she needs. She has a portion of her pillars, and that's the kind of thing that happens. Case, whereas Case has gotten, he got his concrete. So he needed 271 and he got it. He's got his walls, and the yellow concrete he should get now. Yellow glass, we could check for prismarine and glass in this area, and I think I'd like to do that. Let's come down here for a minute. Tristan should know how to make. He's making the glass, and he's got plenty to do in that respect. But let's come here and let's look at teach recipe. Let's look at teach. Can you teach yellow glass? Yellow. Ah, it has to be dyed. Okay, so remember we have a new dye shop? Yes, this is our industrial dye shop that Micah has moved here to run. Micah was in the clothing store in the shopping center, and he doesn't like doing retail. He just wants to do this. And so this is kind of what he was doing there anyway, so we'll just have him do it here instead. He has fuel. He has a fuel recipe. He has some of these, but look, he doesn't have any glass dyeing recipes. Let's give him the yellow. And since we're giving him yellow, why don't we give him the orange at the same time? And we could give him brown at the same time. Chroma Hill's brown is broken glass. And when we build with it, then we have to go and trade it out later. So we'll just do that for right now. What's the other thing that was needed? I think that's it. So now Tristan will make glass for Micah to color. And let's look at his color palette and let's see if he has made yellow yet. I see a request for yellow, but I don't see an actual yellow. Teach recipe, and let's go to dyes and do the same. So yellow dye. Dandelions, I don't like making it out of medications. So we're going to make it from sunflowers. So we're going to teach this one. Let's do the orange, I think is already there. The red, I think is already there. But let me just make sure we're doing red from beets. That should be there already. Yeah? What are you laughing at, Micah? And then the brown from cocoa beans. We don't have a choice. So we're going to do it from that. And so those are our dyes that he knows how to make right now. And that's all that we need to look at. Let's see if we got the sandstone. We had requested sandstone. Delivery! Ooh, we're going to get some delivered. Yay! Jungle, delivery! Yay! Okay. So those things are going to be delivered. And look what we've got. We've got some cactus extra. There's our extra steak. Yahoo! And 64 torches. Okay, so let's come here. The torches are for pity. And I'm going to add those to it. And the cactus extra is for pity. The steak is actually for research, and we are going to go and do some. But before we do, now that we can see the sandstone is going to be delivered, the bed, there's something going on there. We'll have to check. The stairs are going to be delivered, and the jungle wood is going to be delivered. We need two things. Let's put in a stack of dirt. Let's just do a stack of dirt to be delivered. We did not need a whole stack. Torches we've got. And quartz. 19 quartz to give back to Tana. Quartz. There it is. Nether quartz. 19 pieces. Request that. And there is some in the warehouse, so that will be brought here, and that's good. I think that's all. Now the bed is interesting. Let's go over to our Fletcher, who took over this space, Hannah, and let's see about her making red beds. Didn't we do a bed? Let's look. I thought, no. teach recipe. Let's go to beds. And I don't have any wood. So hold on for a second. Let's come here and let's get one piece of oak so that I don't have to go through every kind of wood to get a red bed. So here we are. Here's, that's magenta. This is red right here. And change the wood out for oak. And there's her recipe. So far she only needs to do that. We have 2 other Fletchers. We have a second Case who is working the workshop, the Fletcher workshop, and then Sebastian who is doing the Fletcher retail. So we have 2 industrial Fletchers, Hannah and Sebastian. I don't know. I'll have to see if Hannah would like to do retail or if she's enjoying doing the industrial. We'll see. I'm not going to, make her change over for any reason, except unless she wants to do that. And let's put this away. And so that takes care of those 2. Let's come here and look. And Ryan is stuck. Ryan's actually stuck. So we've tried. She got them. She's not stuck. Oh, that's excellent. She is not stuck. She actually got the rail that she needed. Geez, is everyone under stress? It's so interesting. I'm really stressing. That's what happens. That's why my throat. Okay, sorry about that. I don't want to have to use a cough drop. This is wonderful. Ryan actually got everything. I'm so happy about that. Yay, Ryan. So she's just waiting for it to be delivered, probably. Wait, it said it was delivered. Is she still asking for it?
Can I help you?
She is. Cancel. It said that she was, let's look and see for a minute. Sometimes they get stuck asking for things. Let's look here. Yep, she has everything. She has everything that she needs.
'Tis a fine day.
And there it is. She got it. Yay, the cookery is going to be a level 3. Oh my gosh. My gosh, really, seriously. It has taken her a while. And as a matter of fact, when it is done back here, we're going to have her go right for the level 4. We need this cookery to be fully engaged as a level 5. And there she
Great
is.
to see you.
Oh, this isn't good. She's asking. Oh, that's the problem. I have that sitting there, and I think it's causing her not to be able to put down the rail piece. That's what's going on. Okay, so let's see what happens now. I accidentally sat that there. Somebody's over here. Let me see what this is. Raquel, oh, hello. Leandro, hi, Raquel. They look like they got caught. Didn't they react like they got caught? Raquel's the restaurant owner, but it's sunset. Okay, and there goes Leonardo.
If you say so.
Okay. You're talking about variety? Is that what you were talking about? Variety in the restaurant. Ooh, she's low. Look at this. But not on this side. She's serving polenta. She has quiche. Does she have anything in the fridge? Eggs, but these eggs belong to Leonardo. Wait, Gray, I'm sorry. Leonard is at Khalil's restaurant, and this is Gray at the bakery here. Let me look. Does he need? Yes, he does. So we'll give him some more so that he has enough eggs to do what he's doing. It seems okay. That was Leonardo, not Leonard. And I believe that Leonardo is here, but let's check. Tadeo is here. Where is that person? How interesting. I don't know. This is curious. He didn't look like a courier. Fletcher is Micah. I know that. Tristan's here. I'm thinking of where all the guys are. Mildred, Steffi, Tristan, a bunch of people here. Let's check the bunch. I didn't think it was a courier, but maybe so. No, definitely not. Let's look at what Case is working on back here and see how he's doing. Nope, still waiting. Okay, and so now we know that they are getting their things, which I'm sure that they would go, why are you so surprised? Ah, Lena is done with what she was working on. I know what she's working on. River is done. Yay! Dun 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 dun. And let's come to here. And let's see, Danny. And I don't think, wait, I think I didn't assign Danny because I want Case's job to be done. Let's look here. And this is Lionel still needing exactly practice. Ah, so see, Lionel got his already. He got his white concrete. He only needs 130 more concrete. He's getting his before. And this has been a problem with Hannah, is for some reason, I don't know whether she ticked off one of the couriers or what, but or she's rude to them. I don't know. But she is the last to get her materials. She absolutely is. And she works in the farm country, and it should, it's one of those things where what is going on with her? She has decent stats, so it's not that she's unhappy. And when we traded her from working on farm buildings to building the new housing, she seemed to be in much better spirits. But that would be interesting if she doesn't like these big projects. That would, wouldn't it? I would be curious. So Hannah is here, working on that building. Let's do something. Let's fire Hannah from here, and let's fire Elena. No, let's not do it that way. Let's have Elena be there. Let's have Hannah be here. I think the way I'm gonna do it is Hallie. I'm calling. I'm so sorry, Hallie. That would be enough. Hallie, it's not Hannah, we have is our new, I think she's our new Fletcher, industrial Fletcher. Hallie of the Crips. She's one of the Crips. And why don't we do this? What if she just doesn't like these long, involved projects? Cancel the build. And Elena isn't working on anything. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have Hallie work on the smaller build and have Elena work on the house. The farm. So Hallie is going to work on the farm project. I know, you can laugh. It's funny. It absolutely is funny. So let's come here and let's have Hallie work on this. Upgrade. So this is going to be super quick and she'll be super happy with that. And then let's come down here and we'll have Elena complete the Sika apartments. So we're up to the level 4. This is level 3 and we're working, is that the right one? Hold on. Oops, the signs are missing. Build options. This isn't the right one. Here's the right one. Build options, and this is going to be Elena and upgrade the building. So what I need is to have the couriers pick up the things from their shops so that they can go back to the warehouse and be switched around. Is it faster? In this case, it is, because Hallie is having her problem again, where she gets restless working on a big project. I think that's it. Farms were okay. These other things are just too big. So we're going to get a courier to pick up here and a courier to pick up there, and that way the things that Hallie still has that Elena needs will be given to Elena from the warehouse. And Leighton, Galilea. Leighton is one of the explorers, and he's probably doing rounds, maneuver rounds. In other words, they do jogging in their equipment that they use to go to the surface, and sometimes we see them taking a break. Galilea is a peace druid, and she is one of the few that we have. Let's go back and see if we've gotten any of our stuff. Let's see what we've gotten so far. Ooh, yes, look at that. There's the dye. There's oak being delivered. Jungle pieces, inventory. Dun 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 dun! Yahoo! Excellent. So we have one of the things that we need, and we'll put it right here with the stuff we're taking back. Let's go to the university. So I'm not supposed to do it in public, so we'll go. It's morning, and people, when they wake up, they're hungry. So if you see people with bubbles, it doesn't necessarily mean they're sick. They could just be hungry and going to get breakfast. And so we'll leave them for right now. That's Lane that we see at the end of the hall. He is the industrial baker. We have 4 bakers, I think. We have Lane, we have Aya, we have Leonard, and we have one more, Gray, and we have Gray. So yeah, we do have 4. Oh no, we have 5, because we have Franklin, 6. We can't have 6 bakers, do we? So wait a second. Do we have that many? Wait, I'm going to the town hall. Do we really? Well, it's possible that we do. It is possible that we have that many. So let's come here. Let's go in and let's look at, no, here. We have 6 bakers. Wow. That is wild. So we have Abdullah, we have Leonard, we have Ayla, and then we have Gray, we have Franklin, and one more. I've forgotten someone. Lane. I've forgotten the number 1. He's in our first baker shop. Lane is. He took it over. The baker, our original baker, actually was caught in a fire, in a kitchen fire, and actually did not survive it, unfortunately. He had too many burns. How did he get those burns? There was a pot of lava, a cauldron of lava, and its situation caused it was such that he could jump off into it, and he did. And so that's no longer there, obviously. Yeah, it was unfortunate at the time. Chin was his name, say his name. And we're going to come down here. What are we doing down here? What are we looking for? The university. Yeah, but I'm just going to check Nina. Nina doesn't have a lot of people waiting. This is good. Fabian is the librarian. And that looks like Ari. No, that's Kiara, who is the, she's a farmer. She's a cocoa farmer, but she doesn't have a field. So we're still waiting for that to be corrected. The field is disconnected from the planter. There are 2 fields that are disconnected from the planter, and they need to be fixed. We'll come back here in a minute. I don't like being here, especially after, if you saw it, what happens if I accidentally misclick like I did with Nina's restaurant. I can't have that happen with the university. It's just too big. So we're going to turn back into a player, a survivalist. And we have hearts now, so we can't do damage just by touching. We can't do damage. I don't usually carry weapons or tools. Just to make sure that I don't damage the people. Hi, Michael.
So what will it be for?
Hi, Eli. Eli is the curator of the Museum of Natural History, which is what this is, the entrance to, and he works here along with Michael, who is the dean of the university. And the 2 of them are there. And we're going to look and see how many of these we have. Now we have a fridge here specifically to keep the meat. We needed a bunch of meats, steaks, in order to upgrade the town. I think we actually do not have enough. I think we need full 2 stacks. I have a portion of a stack and I need an extra stack. But let's look and see if I'm wrong. So right now we've gone through the stages of outpost, hamlet, which is what Pity is right now, a hamlet, village, and what we need is the city, and we do not have enough. So see that there? We don't have enough on us, so we're missing a couple. Let me see how many we're missing. Let's come here. Let's come to here. I'm pretty sure it's 2 stacks, but let's look. Sure enough. So we need to request another set. In the meantime, I don't want to have these on me, so I'm going to put them up here. And after that's done, then we'll do cakes and things like that. The golden apple, the totem. I want to wait until we have some kids. The only reason why I have to do that is to get some kids. We can't get any kids yet. So that's the end of that for a moment. I think right now we've done everything that we can do here for this time, which is only a half hour? Hold on, let's look at some things. This worked, yay! I'm very happy with this. Oh, we didn't do the numbers. We did not. So we sit right here, right behind the passenger seat for the driver's side. And then we can go here. And let's go to here and let's make a plus waypoint. And this is the town hall stop. Sub-taxi. Town hall stop. Sub-taxi, and the color is, nope. Let's do this one. And let's submit that. And let's save that. And there we are. So there's the 2 stops. And so do we want to test the taxi? Why don't we do that? So here we go. This door closes right here. You see the door is up. Right there, the door closes. And everyone is inside. And we look out the window as they begin to sink down and turn around and go to the other place. So we look at the map while they're doing that, and we go to the hotel stop. And here we are, and the door is open already, and look, it's different. See? You did it. Dun, 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 dun. Yahoo! It works wonderfully. It works perfectly. Yay! And so we have finished this. Oh yeah, I did. I was supposed to put a surround, and I didn't. Oh, so I could put the surround at the other location. I could do that. But for right now, let me look at her and see how she's doing. She's doing okay. She has way too much rice. Let's take 3 of these away. Too much of this. Let's take 2 of these away, and then you can see what she actually has. Put that back. And this is kimchi. This is spicy eggplant. And she doesn't have a lot. Let's look in her refrigerator. Oh, look what we found. So we can put this back. Let's look at this. And we can put back a portion of the rice and the tea and give her oh God, he scared me half to death.
Oh.
It's like, what is he doing? And it's like, oh, that's right. There's a building underneath. See that building there? He's working on it from up here. Wow, that scared me. I thought maybe I had some overlapping something that he was taking down, or that would have been very scary. Okay, so how many of these do we have? And we'll put, ooh, we have a lot of this. Let's put these 2 up and put this away. So there, so long as it's not 64, it doesn't go back, so we'll put those back. They can go to the refrigerators in the warehouse, and then those foods can go to other restaurants. So nothing goes to waste. In the same way that all those soups that were made were frozen, and we can take some back to Pity, which will be really wonderful for them. So the things that they won't eat here, we can serve there. Soup. So we've got a bunch of not the egg drop. They'll eat that. The veggie, they'll eat that. But these that we have a whole lot of, we'll go up and we'll get a stack of those and take them back. And what are we using to pay for it with? We're using the minerals that were found, and the promise of minerals from the new mine. So it might be on loan for a little bit that we're doing this. So there's one set. And potato soup. I'm short 1 potato soup. These can stay. Pottage can stay. These are all big foods. And polenta, they still eat. We still have some 3s here. We have 3s, 4s, and 5s as far as the places are concerned. We're not really supposed to be making any soy milk, so I think that's just left over. Okay. And we'll put these in. So let's come to here. Put this here and this here. And then we can just put them in. That's going to last us for a little bit. You see that 9? This is 9 soups. So I think we need even more than 9. I think we might need 10 steaks. So we'll request those. Is there anything else that I can bring with me? I don't think so. I'd rather ask for stuff. Let's see. There should not be Let's sort. There should not be any baked potatoes left. There shouldn't be any bread. And there aren't, we have 40,000 potatoes. Do we want to do potatoes? We have a lot. I know it's medicine, but we have 40,000. So I think we can use some for food as well. And let's have them be able to serve and just make a little bit of variety by having some. So we'll take 9 stacks of that and close that off. And let's come to here. And that way Romina can actually make that. Let's look for slab here. I think we were making our own, but let's look and see if there's extra slab. Birch slab is what we're looking for. No birch slab. Birch log, 15,000. Okay, and no slab right now. We don't need the stairs. The only stairs we do need are jungle, cactus, and the quartz for Tana, which we requested already. Okay. All right, I think we're going to go back to Pity in just a moment. We're just going to go to the other warehouse and look for the things, that we need. Here we go. This is the main rail. This corridor. This corridor is the one that has a lot of botanicals also. This is the Skyrus Botanical Gardens right here, off of the Skyrus apartment building, and down at the other end is the reception for this Skyrus apartment building. We're going to go down there for a sec. So in this building is Corinne's restaurant right here, which is a level 5, a cavern style restaurant. And I'm just going to check and make sure. So she has food and she's doing fine for variety, I think. So we'll be on our way. This is the farm rail, and we're going to come around here and go to, so which is better? Is it better if the Fletcher does the bed, or is it better if the carpenter does the bed? I always have both do the bed. I have the Fletcher do the bed, which means the Fletcher's making the mattress and the bed coverings, and then the carpenter is making the frame. And that's just me. I make sure that both of them know how to make a bed for that reason. And we do have some beds. We have some white beds. I could have them dye beds, but he should know how. Ooh, look at all this stuff here. Why do you have armor? Dex, that's right. Dex was actually studying. He was doing research for the university. He was an explorer, and then when we needed a carpenter, he volunteered, and he seems to be enjoying it so far. You can see his intelligence as far as mana and focus. they were still staying down pretty much. So he might have just wanted a change, just to stay still for a while and do this. So that's what he's doing, but that's why he has this armor. And what I would do with this right here, all of this, is take it and put it in his house. So I believe that Dex is living here. He is. So we could put all this right here. And if we need any of that, we can have a courier come and pick it up. But for right now, I don't like to take things away from them. How would you like someone taking your stuff? So that's Spencer going to work. Spencer? Patrick? I think it's Patrick. I think that's Patrick going to work. Let me look. Yes, it's Patrick. And Steffi should be along in a little bit. And Dex. They all live in this area. Unless I was in and Patrick left late. He might have left late. Because everyone else seems to be gone to get some food right away. So we're still working our way over here to the second warehouse again. I know. I'm working my way back to the second warehouse again, and then we're going to get on the balloon. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. And we at least have the dirt. And we have the nether quartz. And I can take that and put it on the boat. To go back. Ooh! Something just got delivered. Ooh, what was it? Yay! Excellent. There's jungle. And that's excellent. And everything else we'll have to come back for. And let me, yeah, I'm getting warm in all this clothing. Let's put these up. So we'll put these here. You know, I have this the wrong way, and I'm going to fix it right now. So because I keep doing this, what I'm doing, it should actually be the opposite way here. So these things should be here. And all of this top stuff should be down here. So if all this top stuff is here, let's not get them confused. It won't keep trying to go in that direction. So let's put all of this here and here. And then let's put these up for a second, because we're going to take the books and put them here. That is a tome. That is exactly what that is. Leandro, Brittany, and Cade. They can be there. Although, do I need this? I do need this. I'm going to leave those two there. Let's bring these two down, tools down. Let's bring this down from where it was right here. We're holding on to those, don't ask me why. And I get into that kind of thing that we've got a black banner, a light gray, a yellow, a lime, and a white. And now what happens is I can take these and they'll go right to there. And then if we have this here like this, look at this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Perfect. And then here we'll put these things in the middle, although they'll end up being closer to the top from now on. And these are the things that are going back, and this is not. That's going to get on a ship. What do I not need here? I think I would put that in, and we know the sponge is one of my things. Let's put the sponge there. And I think we're good. Let's put this. Let's put this here and these, and I'm good to go for right now. Excellent. Just makes it easier for me since I have the two of them and I'm trading back and forth all the time, that I can do that way. So we're taking the main farm corridor here and we're going to the main rail corridor right here past the Skyrus Botanical, and here is, I believe this is Sakura. Actually, this is Spirit. This is Spirit Wood right here. This, believe it or not, is mine, is actually my version of a player house right here. This is just a little place that they built for me if I wanted to have a place and feel like I belonged. Okay, and right here, this ship, we should have a container here. This container, yes, this is going to go back to Tana, and these chests are specifically for Tana when we have stuff, and so we'll do that. And now we're on our way. We can take the monument corridor, the monument rail corridor, down to the hotel, and through the hotel we get to the submarine and balloon terminals, and those will be how we're going to use the balloon to come out. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I just love seeing the people sitting and taking time to have food and things like that. I love it. So, missing power. How much time? We've got about 10 minutes left of the hour for Arnaaluk. Where do we want to put this power? Power actually has a smoke piece to it, so I don't really want it smoking. Let's see what happens if we put it here underneath one of these. Why don't we put it right here? And I'm going to need to be a mermaid in order to do that. Is there anybody here? They don't like when I do this. Okay, let's come here, game, and let's go to creative here, and luckily no one saw me. Okay, and let's come here and let's look at generators. And there, let's use the black one. We are going to have to get some coal for it, but let me see if I turn it on. It says it's empty. Should I put in a block? I'm going to put in a block of coal, and then I'll take it out of the warehouse the next time. So we did the quartz to Tana. We got the torches, we got the sandstone, we did get the coarse dirt, and a stack of dirt, and the bed. Oak fence. We were supposed to get oak fence, we'll just make it. And we did get jungle stairs instead. Coal. Block. So we'll get a coal block, just one, which is 9 coal stacks, which is just 9 coal, and see, it's just gone. But I wanted to see if this is smoking. Okay, good. It's not. Excellent. So now I need a wrench, and I need some place for the wrench to be stored. And we hadn't really started doing anything about these counters. So this would be the time to decide where the counters, see that indentation? We need that indentation. So we'll probably do something about that. So we just got one block of coal, which is not a lot. And it's just 9 pieces of coal. Drawers or counters? C-O-U-N-T-E-R. Let's do drawers for first, D-R-A-W-E-R, because that way we can put drawers in and we can change it to counters or table parts. Yeah. That's a good question. Gray? I don't know. These are turquoise. Makes me want to keep them that color, but we're not going to be able to, I don't think. Deep slate. No, it's a good thing. It's a good question. So these are all our choices. I'm really not finding anything that I like. Let's go to counters for a minute. At least with counters, see, we can have these adorned counters that have those tops. Or paladin's counters. This is interesting. This is deep slate period, and then concrete, different concrete counter pieces, and that's it. Okay. So here, I'm not gonna like that. See the deep. This is not going to work. Let's put this in here. Guess we're going to have a problem with this, Houston. Looks like there should be a scale here, doesn't it? To weigh the bags or something like that. The way they have things at airports. It does look like it should be something like that. I have an idea. Oops, I didn't need to move that one. Didn't need to move that one. No, this way. So leave that and that. Leave the one that's there. And put one here. Nope, let's have it turn this way. So we're gonna make it so that Mr. Villager. Oi! Hello, Mr. Villager. How are you? How are you doing? Oxidized cut copper. Oxidized copper, oxidized cut copper, and a cutter. To the bem. To the bem. Avosi. Avosi. How are you? A cutter. And there's cutter and panels. We're gonna make some panels. These are not panels. These are panels. And we'll put them in. And let's just leave this for a second till we see how we're going to do this. I'd like to have it be like this. So these parts of the counter here are indented where they come up to the counter, see? And this part right here, and that of course is a way in. So what do we do about that? We just have it be there as like a scale or something. We'll say that it's something like that. Otherwise, I would have to have those pieces. Hold on. Yeah, I think I want to do that. You're good. Just would like to advise me never visit a pale garden on hardcore. Well, that tells me what you've been doing, and that's pretty wild. Hold on for a second. Let's come here. I'm coughing a little bit today. I'm not sure why. It's very interesting. Okay. I think I like it. Yeah, so when they come up, I think I want it to be like that for right now. I'll have to decide something else. I kind of like this almost sort of like looking at it, looking like a scale or something right there. And I like that, like something they're using. We have power here, but none of these has a place. So now let's look for drawers. We should find the matching drawers to this set. These are Mr. Crayfish's, but these are Paladin's pieces. That would be this. Right here would be the matching drawers, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. So we'll have drawers here and here, and not there, but we'll have drawers here. So those are the places where we can have them. Not there, because that's the scale. You almost had a heart attack with it. You did it today for the third day of the 6th hardcore world. Now it's only missing one sapling to have all the needed wood types. Excellent. Nice. Yeah, when it gets to the point where we need that kind of wood, that's going to be a time. I think that means that Minecolonies will update. Let me think. Let me think about something. A wrench. Yes, W-R. There it is. A wrench. W-R-E-N-C-H. And there it is. And we'll connect this one. And then we'll connect this computer. And we'll connect this computer. So these computers are now all turned on. and we can put the wrench in this in there, and that'll be nice. I wonder what I could take here to use. Oh, I could just go ahead and use not turned on. Let's see what the generator looks like in the floor. Yeah, the generator actually looks like it's a scale, and that's where luggage is weighed, and I like that a lot. Okay, and you're not to go exploring again because the closest mangrove swamp is 6,000 blocks. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's not exploring. That's migrating. That's a migration distance. Goodness sakes. You don't want to go back after you've done that. 6,000. Wow. Yeah, I like the generators looking like they're scales right here, that people put their luggage on, and then they go. And that is 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours. Let's go up to the balloon and go back to Pity. We're going back to the mountain. It's a beautiful day. Look at this. Early in the morning, and we can see above the city here. This is a wonderful view here. And there is Town Hall over there. I can see the radar for the Town Hall over there, and let's walk over. And this is the balloon that we're going to take back, and we can get on board. And let's close this up, and let's come here. So now the driver is getting the balloon ready to go. And look, from here we can see that pirate ship that's stuck in the ice from here. That is so cool. We can also see one of the pyramids that are here, which is really curious. And Mr. Villager is saying that he and his people will wait for some brave wandering trader to appear nearby with one of the mangrove pieces. One of the sapling will be enough to have almost unlimited of them. It isn't worth traveling right now. I know. I can imagine. So here we go. Let's come here. I'm sorry we don't grow it, or I could give it to you. I don't think anybody does. I think we've always relied on someone in mangrove country to bring it to market, and we just purchased it because a lot of times it's too crazy to find. So let's come here. We're on the balloon, and we're now going to teleport. And there we are. And now we are in Pity, and we're just looking over the side of the balloon as give the world a little bit of a chance to catch up, because I teleported. That's usually what you can see from this side. And let's come over to this side, and look at that. You can see the balloon, the supply camp balloon off in the distance there. And then the hospital right here. And let's come here. And there's the door being put down so that we can walk out. And Mr. Villager is saying, you mean travel 5,000 for one nethery sapling, even if it was for the mud or whatever, after the last panic attack you had with the garden? Nope. No, 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 no way. Absolutely. Well, the garden's meant to be impossible. It's meant to be really hard. It's meant to be as hard as like the dragon at the end. It's very curious, the creaking. But remember Mr. Villager, when we had that strange creature that was killing the druids? And we didn't know what it was. And then they added this new monster to... That's part of our story, that we saw those creakings before anyone had them named and put somewhere. And that's the way I like to think about it. It's like I'm making this new monster because there was no reason why the druids were dying. And it just seems so strange that we decided that it's a monster. It is a monster. It's a definite monster. Do I have a lamp on me? I thought I did. I do. Okay. You got as pale as the garden itself after burning zombies chased you. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Well, it's quite exciting. It is quite exciting. All right, so we have some things, and we're going to put them in the warehouse. So let's bring up my things for a minute and put them here. I'm going to bring these up, all of these pieces up for a second, so that I can put all of this in the warehouse. Okay, there's one set. And then we'll sort afterwards and get the stuff into a refrigerator, into a fridge, and stuff like that. Let's do some more. If there was an actual city and you were true colonists, you think colonizing the Nether would be slightly easier than the garden. Oh, there's no question. There's no question. I mean, it's really fascinating, but they have succeeded in making something really terrifying with the garden. And it's yeah, that's all you can say. And we'll put these in, and there we go. So now we can check and see what's needed. A barrel, the red bed, we came back without one, we're going to make one. That's it, a barrel, jungle fence, and the red bed. That's all that Cade needs. Let's see what the others need. Let's see what Brittany needs. Brittany needs cactus extra. She still needs cactus fence. We're short, and 110 dirt out of 250. We do not have 110 dirt, I bet. We only brought back one stack. How silly of us. But we did. So she's going to be working on that for a little bit more. Mr. Villager is talking about the Grey Garden. No animals spawn there. The place is absolutely terribly dark at night, and there is that nethery living totem, tiki totem, lurking in the gray shadows. No, never, hopefully. You wanted a harsh experience, not a deadly one? Yeah, there's that measure. What measures deadly for you is harsh for someone else. But yeah, that is the most interesting thing. And let's look at Leandro for a second. And he's done. He needs something to do. So do I have someone waiting on something immediately right now? The cactus is all that Brittany needs, and we should have some cactus extra. Hopefully better days lie ahead. I hope so too. I definitely do. Let's sort. Deleza is there. Let's come here and let's get cactus. So cactus. We have some cactus extra. I don't think it's enough. So why don't we make some more? And today you might be suffering, but soon you will be the one who makes those suffer. Okay. That is a goal. Yeah. Do we have any sticks here? We don't. So let's go back and get some sticks. And if we don't have any, we'll have to make some. But we do. We have some. Yay! So let's get some sticks from here. I think we're going to need a full set. and then let's come back here and let's do the cactus first. And so let's do cactus extra. Cactus extra right here. And there's the pattern. That's 5. That's 4. So we're just going to make this much. So we're actually only making 8. And how many? Let's just make this much for now. We'll put this back and let's look at not Leandro. Brittany needs 10. So that's enough to make 10. So let's do this right here. It was fence, right? Oh, we can't do it that way. I forgot. Yes, we can't do it that way. We have to do it from here. Excellent, actually, because then we don't need stick to make that. And we're coming here and we're going to make fence, and we need 10, I think she needs. Let's look. Uh-oh, it didn't change. The number didn't change. So let's take that away. 10. And we'll put that back. These go back here. And this is here. And if I keep doing that, then I'll have to put stuff back. So that takes care of her. She needed 10. Oh, she only actually needed 1. I keep doing that. That's an interesting thing that I'm doing, looking at that last thing and not realizing that that's the total. And for instance, here it's the exact opposite. She has 1 and she needs 32. And a barrel. And a bed. So let's do that. Let's do the barrel and the bed first. So we're going to look for oak. Okay. There it is. And how much plank? 361 to 616. Let's get a fresh stack of oak to use. And let's see what we need for a barrel. We're going to break the whole stack. And let's see how we make a barrel. Which kind? This kind? So planks and wood slab. Ooh, wood slab. So you know what that means. Let's quickly go back here to where the oak was. Let's take some of this. I don't want it to make that much. Let's take the 40. And let's come back here. And let's make wood slabs. So this is, we need stripped. It didn't say stripped. It didn't say stripped. So this should be wood. Yeah. Let's take 2 of them and let's make this into slab. We cannot. Okay. Let's put this here. Let's come down here for a minute. I'm going to change into a player. It'll be easier. I know. Hopefully the laser will not. Oh, hold on. I was talking while I made that spell. You can't talk and spell at the same time. You just can't. You're using, unless you're a Slytherin or something and you have 2 voices. Let's come here and do this. No, do this. There we go. All right. Nobody saw me. All right, and let's come to here to the wood, and we can put it here, and this is what we need. How many? We need to make barrels, so we need 2 wood slabs. Now we'll see if it's stripped wood after all that. If it is, then that's going to be interesting. But let's look at barrel, and it's, no, it says wood. It just says a wood slab, and it says we don't have any. What else do I need? Dark oak planks or planks. So we have plank here and here, and then this and this. It's not taking those. What is it that it wants? Oops. Oops, I put that down. I have to axe it now. I have to use an axe to get that up. What am I missing? That's this plank. They're showing plank. See, that's plank? That looks like plank to me. All right, let's try that. Oh, why don't we just go ahead and make it in the machine? Let's make some plank. One of these is less, so let's use this and make some. And then let's come up here. That's got to be it, even though it's saying that. What is going on here? What am I missing? Wooden slab. Unless it's not recognizing slab made from the machine and that I have to make the slab from here. You tell me. What is happening? Let's take that. And now let me see if it recognizes. What am I missing? I'm missing something. This is plank. And this is slab. Okay. I'm looking at Mr. Villager for a minute. The last thing Mr. Villager said was hopefully better days lie ahead. And now he's going on to say, today he might be suffering. Oh, that's the part where you were talking about. Now it's pray for the next day to be the day the tent's nailing, or the next 2 to 3 weeks. Well, anyway, what's going on? What do you mean submarine taxi? Transport among colonies. Yeah, that's what I mean, because we were idealing something like that together with the colonists. Interesting. Yeah, I can go back and show you in just a moment, because I've got something wrong here. And I don't understand. I'm going to have the builder make it, because I can't find out what it is that the machine wants. So it might be that, did you see that thing? That a builder has to make it. When I go here, it's saying slab and saying weird. It's only saying weird woods. So because it's saying weird woods, we'll let the builder, the carpenter, actually make it. And we'll put this back for right now. Put this back here. Let me look at something for a second. If I'm going to go back and get that Leandro, I just want to make sure that there's not something else I should be getting. The barrel, the jungle fence, and the red bed. So let's do a jungle fence for a minute. Let's come here and do jungle plank. Plank. Why am I doing it like that? J-U-N-G-L-E. I'm a little I'm disturbed. Not perturbed, disturbance. It's a disturbance in the force. Jungle plank right here. And let's make fence. And we're just going to make it from here. I'm going to go ahead and make jungle fence using this. Fence and fence. So it says we can't. Okay, so we do need some sticks. Luckily, they're still here. Let's make it the traditional way. Jungle fence. Jungle fence. And there it is. And let's stick it down. And we only need one. Isn't that true, that we only need one fence? Let's come here. Leandro doesn't need anything. Cactus she has now. And the fence, yes. Now there seems to be enough. So we'll put that there. Let's look here. Let's look up here. The barrel. The red, and we're just not going to get either of those. I'm going to get those from in town. So, Mr. Villager, are you still there? Because if you're still there, we will show you the way it works now. And what we have, that shouldn't be there. And that's there. Okay. Idealizing. Idealizing. That's an interesting word. It's much bigger than dreaming or planning or conceptualizing. Conceptualizing a piece, and that is very curious. So let's see if we have a lantern on me. Let's put the lantern here so that we can use it when we go out. So we're going out the main door right here. And there it is. There's our rabbit hutch. I know that's what's finished. And let's come here. So, Mr. Villager, are you there? Let me know if you're there, because if you're there, then I will go back and show everybody what you want to see. If you're not there, I'm going to stay here. So I need an answer in chat. Well, what else is going on? Yay! Okay, so let's go back here. So this is the balloon, remember? So we made a balloon platform, and this is how the people from Arnaaluk or the people from Pity go back and forth. They take this balloon, and the balloon is here. They get on the balloon and see, we made it so they can put their luggage underneath. Right here, they can put their luggage in underneath, and then they get on and they can sit in these seats, and then the driver gets on and he closes up, and then we're just waiting for him to turn on and to release and get everything together. And so while he's doing that, we decide to look at a map, and we're looking, and we are going to Arnaaluk. We are in Piti Ha'amalaluk. We're in Ha'amalaluk, and we're going to Arnaaluk. And so let's press, and here we are. So now we're in the same balloon and we pull down this, and there we are. So there is something that was brought over, so there it is right there and then they can crawl under here to get to the other luggage carrier. This is the area that we've done for people waiting to get on the balloon right here. This is a decommissioned, I believe is the word, a decommissioned ship. What does that mean? It means hamlet. It means a hamlet. So a little town called a hamlet, that's the indigenous word for it. And let's come through here, and this is where we're going to serve coffee on this side, and we're going to have a little place here for luggage. Now when we serve coffee, we're actually going to make a restaurant out of this, and this will bring people into this area, and I would like to do this. And then this is the engine back here in that part. Yeah, so this is a decommissioned ship that is being used as the balloon terminal. So the people get off. If it's pouring rain, they have somewhere to stay until the rain stops, and then they can come out here on this platform. These doors actually close, but they're open because we don't need them to be closed here. And look at this view while they wait to take their turn to go down the elevator. So that's where they're going to keep the snacks, yes. And this is the terminal, and we just got finished turning on the computers, and we have scales right here for weighing luggage. And right here, these are the computers where people order their tickets from, And this is for both the balloon and for the submarine. For the submarine as well. We're not going to look at the submarine today, the cruise submarine, but you can kind of see inside. It's not finished yet. That's the dining car that we're looking at out the window. And so we'll take some more time and do that. But look what we've got here. This is the hotel. This is the Arnaaluk hotel. This is the trees. This is Aquatica, level 5, Gino Hotel. What you doing and how did you get there? How did you get there?
Good to see you.
Miranda, what are you doing? Who's Miranda? Ah, I know. Okay, let me go for a second. If I have people getting stuck, I'll have to do something about that. But I can call Miranda to her shop. She is a tree farmer who apparently, she said, good to see you. You mean good to be rescued? Is that what you're saying? We call the worker, and there she is. Okay, let's go back and look. I hope I'm not going to have trouble with that. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. So this is, we used to have a scrub here. Remember, we used to have one of our little blue and white submarines that's actually a like a UPS or a FedEx truck. And but that went away, and now the taxi is sitting here. So this is the taxi. This is the finished submarine that Bear and Mildred were working on in the mechanic's shop. So we can go inside right here, and we can sit in this back corner right here. And then when the driver comes in, he closes down the hatch, sits down in this seat right here. See this seat right here? And we're sitting right behind in this seat right here. And we can look straight ahead. Let's look at the book. So we're going to look at the travel book. We're going to come here. So it says, hotel, you were planning to settle Zeppelin Airways. And you would tell the other guys the plans will go to waste repurposing. Oh, you were going to have an airline. What kind of airline? Balloons? Is that what you mean? Because we don't have any place for airplanes, unfortunately. So see, we're sitting here at the hotel. We're going to the town hall. So we click here and we click here, and now we are at the town hall. The driver opened up the chute, and now we can step out, and this is where we have added the taxi at the town hall. And Zeppelin transport. And what kind of transport is it? What does it use to transport? Are you talking about zip lines? Do you mean zip lines? Like you hang and you slide down? Is that the thing that you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. So yes, so we finished working on this. It required building a bay so that the submarine can drop down into it and change both people and resources. Okay, And so that is what we worked on. Now, these submarines, there's a third one being built right now in Bear's workshop, in the mechanic workshop. In does dirigible work better? Dirigible. If you mean like a balloon, if you mean a balloon transportation, yeah. Dirigible. I just wanted to know, the name is fine, but I just wanted to know what type of transport it was. Dirigible, oh, you're saying Zeppelin. You're saying Zeppelin. Hold on a second. Zeppelin, which is Zephlin. I'm leaving something out. Elin. I can't even spell it. I don't know how to spell it. Vincentius,
Yes.
could you spell Zeppelin for me?
What's that?
Spell Zeppelin for me.
Zeppelin.
Pepelin. That's it. Zeppelin, like Led Zeppelin, the rock band. A Zeppelin is a balloon. That is correct. Excellent. Yeah. So that's what that is. That's a nice name, Zeppelin Transport. That's pretty cool. And yes, a dirigible is another name for those. You are correct, sir.
Has a rigid frame.
A Zeppelin, Vincentius is saying, has a rigid frame, and a dirigible is more inflated. It's a balloon, essentially. So the Hindenburg was a Zeppelin, and
the Goodyear blimp is a dirigible.
And the Goodyear blimp is a dirigible. I'm repeating what Vincentius is saying behind me. Although I did know the difference between the Goodyear blimp and the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg? Yeah. I did know the difference between those two. That there were two different types of buildings. Yeah. So we're going back to the mechanic shop right now to see the one that Bear is working on. Mr. Villager is saying thanks, Vincentius. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing, whether he's working or not. But Vincentius, Mr. Villager said thank you. Huh? So this is where we got it from. This is the level 5 mechanic shop for underwater base. So if you build Minecolonies style underwater base, this is exactly what the level 5 is going to look like. I have not made any changes here. I've not added anything to this building or done anything with this building. This building is, how could I? It's so amazing. So you can see there's an extra engine right there. There's an extra front piece, fender for the area where the glass goes in right here. And we can change the glass out to make it match. Well, at least we had another thing up our sleeves. Yeah. And I can't do anything with that right now. I just realized I believe, yes I am a survivor. So we'll just have to wait. And this is the thing that I have to be careful of. I have to be careful of druids walking through here. So I can't show right now that this opens up because there's actually a druid standing right there. But this opens up to the water down below. And right here, this is one of my favorite things. There's the engine sitting underneath these flaps right here. So they're working on the engine, so that's why these flaps are down. And up above, they're working on the engine, so These parts are also up here. And that is the way I'm telling the story. For the fact that we altered the other one just to make it possible to put in the seats. And so, yeah. So this is the mystic site for Arnaaluk. What do you think of Settlement Furnace? It was a similar tech your people used to have for when one day you would be able to settle, but then with colonist effort, it was remade and enhanced. A settlement furnace? What's the furnace used for? What is it used for? Because I believe a settlement furnace is a smeltery, and we have smelteries already. That's what a smelter is a settlement furnace. Let's look at ours for a second. I think we can come through the Fletcher, go up through the glass shop. We have two different smelters, and they're both together because they use a lot of energy. This is the stone smeltery right here, and you can see the magma and lava being used to melt this stone back. And then over here, this is a level 5 underwater base ores smeltery. And what's really cool is when you go outside of this building, all underneath this building is magma beds, like they're drawing the heat from magma beds in order to heat this area here, which is really fun. This is a level 5 stone smelter, which is using a huge oven here to make the stone. So you can see the cobblestone going in on one end of the conveyor belt, and then you can see on the other end stone coming out and being loaded in this corner. And so, yeah, the purpose is to improve life conditions on areas outside large cities to support small populations at uninhabited regions. Second, it's new schematics. It's supposed to be used for dun, 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 dun. So we'll find out in just a minute. That was someone going to get breakfast. Oh, it's Nancy. Nancy, you've learned how to whistle. Good for you. She's going to have breakfast at Messiah's restaurant in the shopping center. And I'm going to follow her there for a second because I have a funny feeling about something. Let me look at her.
Good to
for a
see
minute.
you.
Hi. Sure enough. So Messiah is out of food. And there's another. So that means that Messiah doesn't have any food left. We could possibly go, yep, sure enough, there we are. He's got people sitting all over the place. So what does he have? He has spicy grilled chicken and a ton of rice. And he's got for breakfast yogurt.
Yes.
And what does he have on him? Let's see. He's got nothing on him. And let's look in his refrigerator for a minute and let's see if there's anything left here. And that's all he's got is yogurt and spicy grilled. So, of course, he doesn't just serve that. He has a full menu. And nothing's being made because we have a ton of eggplant. We have a ton of everything. So the only thing that I can think is that there's something missing. Let me look and see what the dolma is made. DOLMA. Tomatoes. there aren't any tomatoes. So we're going to have to sell some things. And that's what I'm going to look at now. We're going to sell, I know I have to get a block of coal. And I'm going to put it on this page. We're going to have to get tomatoes. And we'll have to see what else, but it's more than likely that tomatoes are gone. We grow onion, garlic, durum. The feta is milk, and we grow eggplants. So that's the only thing that would be holding that up. Let's come back for a second. I want to look at one of the other things and see what's missing. So we might be out of chocolate. We don't have a chocolate farm anymore. The chocolate farm is broken and it hasn't been fixed yet. And let me see, lead to energy transport and generation as also heating. But in your people's terms, it was intended to be used for when creating outposts outside the main village. It could be converted to permanent settlement. Permanent settlements with resource production, almost unlimited. Second, what they said, it could also lead to deeper research for tech that could be fit better to Arnaaluk's needs. That would be cool. Yeah, we'll see. That sounds good. So the stew trencher, let me see if the stew trencher has tomatoes in it. Hi, Bear. I'll check on that. Just a minute. Let's come here and let's look at a stew trencher. Stew trencher is tomatoes. So we're out of tomatoes. That's the problem. So we need tomatoes, which probably means we need mushrooms, we need rice, and we need those things. So for the next few minutes, in order to help with what's going on, we're going to quickly look and see. It's more than likely that everyone is out of it. So the quickest thing that we can do is get the things that we need to sell in order to be able to replenish those things as soon as possible so that everybody gets what they want. There's food. They're not starving. They just don't like it. And so that's why we have to do something about it. And so we're going to come over here and look and see if we have any saddles. Would you be interested to receive a schematic for it and the fund the next research is related to the technology? We would not be interested, Mr. Villager. It sounds interesting, but that's what I was explaining. We already have smelteries, and those smelteries are what we're using. I understand for creating energy, but we're doing kind of a steampunk thing, and we're using actual generators and solar panels for energy, and those solar panels are on top of the buildings. We have 48 saddles, so that's going to work. So let's look for the saddles first. We didn't sort. Let's sort, and now let's look for the saddles. So yeah, we're actually not interested at this time in having more furnace technology, because furnace technology puts particles in the air, makes smog, makes that kind of thing. And in the beginning, when you have small worlds and small towns like yours, you can do that because you don't have a big amount of people. we have a lot of people and a lot of stuff. So we would need to avoid putting too much more burning into the world, into the air, too much more smoke into the air. There they are. So we're going to take these out. Ooh, and we need to take these out. Do you see how quickly things were being put there? And one. We have one. So let's come to here and let's take this right here and we'll put these away. Please tell your people, Mr. Villager, that we greatly appreciate their wanting to assist us and help us, and thank you very much, and I really do appreciate it. Why did that go there and not here? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, now it's going right. Okay, wouldn't it be slightly more like solar punk, not wanting to question you much? Steampunk, yes, it would be. It would be solar punk. It would be indeed. There it is, which is cute, but there's no question that that's what it would be. But you would find the next one. But will you find the next one? It would cost 500 emeralds. Find the next what? Find the next what? Hold on, let's get the other saddle from here, and now we've got saddles. Fund. Okay, would you be interested to receive schematics and fund the next researches related to the technology? Let me see if I have 500 emeralds. I don't think I do, but let me see if I do.
I won't work
We would
during this
gladly
terrible rain.
finance. I do have 500 emeralds. I have 18 blocks. And let me look for the blocks for a minute and break them down. 18 blocks, and let's break them down and see how much they are. And we can buy research. So let's see. So that's 64, 64, and 34. So this is, well, there's one way to find out. Let's put it here. And this will tell us when we have 500. So let's come back down stairs to where we can look for emeralds and source it out. So let's come to here. Let's sort first. Let's sort, and then let's come back to here and look for emeralds. E-M-E-R-A-L-D, and there we are. So let's come over. Oh, there they are. We're looking for an indicator, and so we have an indicator right here, and here are the rest of the emeralds. So let's see how many we need to make 500, and then we'll put the others back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 482, 519. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And there we have, 19. There we have it. So there's your 500. And all they were talking about from what you heard was something like steam and then drill. Ah, well, let's look for some alternatives. Let's actually fund some alternative, like wind, and solar, and let's have them do more solar research, because there needs to be more research done on batteries to make the batteries more efficient and to use less precious materials. That's the thing that we really need, is battery technology. So yes, so we're going to put, I'll put the rest of the emeralds away that we're not using right now. And we've got 500 emeralds for Mr. Villager for studying technology. What would help is battery technology that makes wind energy and water energy and solar energy, but particularly solar and wind, much more efficient. So let's sort, and that should put everything back where it was, and it did. We have one saddle. What else? Books. I think we can do books too. Let's look here. This seems to have a much strong support from Colonies side, so most of these gems would go to them. But we will be as much as involved in this furnace tech, something that would help with the famous future machines generated squalor, no spoilers. Okay, sure. So we will put this on a boat for you. Let me look here for a second. I was going to look, we don't have a lot of bows. Books. We have a lot of books. So we could take some of these books and sell them out. And so let's look for where the books are. But I think I'm going to have to continue this on Tuesday because I have come to the end of the 3 hours. Isn't that intense? Whoa! And there's a thunderstorm. Whoa! And so, yeah, we're going to have to go through and remove the books that had thorns. Thorns is defensive. Piercing is not. Fire protection is defensive. And smite. Royalty protection. Thorns. Power, fortune, preservation, density, and flame. I should go to sleep because of pity. We're in the same world as pity, and they can actually be struck by lightning. So we should be a little bit careful about that. Efficiency, fortune, luck of the sea, piercing, impaling, and backstabbing. Wow. Smite and density. Knockback is okay. Reach, no. Bane of arthropods will be in trouble with the witches. Mending, and mending. So we have this number of books also that are going to go back, as well as the saddles. And I think there are saddles at the other warehouse. So we'll have to look at those saddles and books, and that is going to buy us a ton of tomatoes, some rice, possibly corn. We can check for a second. I know I'm staying a little, I shouldn't. Let me check the weather for a second and see what's happening. Right now, it's 68. It's not raining right at the moment. It's not supposed to be raining,
It's 14 gusting to 21.
but the wind is high. Okay, so I'm going to stay the extra half hour for a minute. I'm going to stay the extra half hour. And I'm going to... Oh, really? You're just going to make me, aren't you? Let's go and sleep. So that no one gets hurt. At pity, because they're in the trees. Oh my gosh. We definitely don't want the trees to burn down. And so we have to be really careful about thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. Very frightening. Appreciate the financial support. Excellent. I'm glad, and you are welcome. You are welcome. So we're going to put that on the ship, but I want to check before we leave for the other things that we need to order. Tomatoes. Let's come here. Tomatoes. Tea. Rice. Corn. Mushrooms. And I think that's, oh, chickpeas. Chickpeas? There's chickpeas. Yay. And soy. And there's soybeans. So we don't need those, but we do need the others. Let's go to the other warehouse for a second and make sure. But before we do, so that we're not holding up the research, let's let this ship go. So I've got a container here. I think that's empty. Nope, this one's going to Tana, and it has things in it for Tana. Actually, this should go in with the stuff that's going to Tana, and we'll put your emeralds right here. So let's take out the emeralds and we'll put it in this submarine, and then the submarine will meet you at a land location. You can have your boats, one of your boats, row out to the submarine and pick up the emeralds, and that'll be perfect. So we'll do that. In the meantime, why don't we let's go through this way. We're going to the other warehouse and look. And so your financial support is going to be on its way. And our money, what we're going to use is, we're getting to this point. I might have to stop. If I keep having too many lags between. It works fine for 2 hours, and then it begins to lag. Yes, a different computer. I'm not on the gaming computer. That is the one thing that I would say, that I'm not on a gaming computer. And so because I'm not on the gaming computer, at a particular point, I reached the limit of what the computer can do. Now, and I'm not really, I don't really do that thing about, asking for stuff. I'm not really asking for anything, because I would want it to be Mac anyway. See, I'm picky. And so, yeah. So when the time comes, I will try and have some of those things. Tomato. Nope. Fingers in the wrong place. A-T-O. There's 3, so that's it. Rice. And there's 256, so let's get rice. Let's see how much corn there is. Corn, there's 2,000. We don't have to get corn. Mushrooms, there's 2. So mushrooms. Let's come here. Chickpeas, I think we had enough, right? Yep, and we have enough here also. Soybeans. Let's look. We could get some more soy. And so we have tomato, nether peppers. Let's look for the nether peppers. And we don't have any. Whoa! See, so all of that is hindering things getting made. And so we've got several saddles to sell. Let's see how many saddles are here. Let's sort, and let's see how many saddles are here as well. Say DDLE. And we have 12 more saddles here. So, yeah, we have, it would be nice if there was a leather worker so I could say that we were making these saddles. Where are they? Now that's ridiculous. Oh, there we go. They were so close. I missed it. So we'll take these down. Those 12. And these are all brand new. And these are pieces, but we'll leave those pieces for right now. Apples. I didn't see how many apples we have. Let's look at apples. We have 11, so we need apples. We need cocoa because we don't have a farm anymore. Uh-oh, I touched something by mistake. CO. We have 24, so there's the cocoa. And last of all, apples, cocoa, and we grow mint, but I can see how much we have. Maybe we need to start growing it again. Nope. And corn. No. What am I forgetting? Oh, peppers. Bell peppers. Why don't we go ahead and get some? Some of the bell peppers. And that's everything. So that's what these saddles are going to purchase. Let's look at the books here for a minute. Books. And see what we've got. Let's go here and there they are. Right here, and here's a lot of them. Thorns is okay. Mending, fire protection, unbreaking, knockback is fine. Loyalty. Sharpness is okay. Channeling is nice. Protection, aqua affinity, density. Density. Piercing is not. Multi-shot. Quick charge. Power is okay. Let's let the riptide go. And we'll do that. Look at the rabbit we have here. We can give some rabbit to... see this rabbit that's cooked already? Let's take that rabbit down to Pity. We'll let Pity get that rabbit. And why don't we take 2 more? It's almost 1/4. Let's take 2 more rabbits for them. And I think we're good. I don't see anything here that they don't eat. So we don't want to collect a lot. There's salmon, and we can't take the salmon. The seeds, we don't need them. Carrots. We're gonna need carrots for the new rabbits. Let me look for carrots for a second. Yeah, we're gonna have baby rabbits. And so, yep, see how this is? Someone got hurt? Did they? Or were they just coughing? Hold on, hold on. I'm actually stuck. I can't move. I think they were sneezing. I hope anyway. I don't see any indication. We're stuck. We're completely stuck now. So I can't do anything more. I'm sorry, everybody. That's it for today. I would have to go in and reboot, or go in, at least get out of the game and get back in. So I apologize. I have been on for 3 hours, and we'll be back on Tuesday. And let's see what kind of week next week is going to be like. And see. So here we go. Mr. Villager, thank you for being in chat. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure when you're here. And I look forward to the technology that the villagers create with the additional funds that we're providing. And yeah, it's going to be good. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And we've been listening to Drone Hands music. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now. And Mr. Villager, obrigado, boa tarde. And here we go. Let's see if I can get out of here. Yep, I can't get out. Hold on for a sec. I have to wait till it comes back. There we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.